Yes, people, what's happening? Population Nation here. Now, I'm here to talk about Silo Season 2. It's finished. So, yeah, we have got a Season 3 coming. And to be honest, I really did have high hopes for this show. The first season, I really got invested. I enjoyed the mystery. The characters were interesting. The whole thing about the silo being underground, how the community works, how the sort of government, if you can call it that, or the people in authority deal with it, keep the peace, how the it shows you them growing the food, the hydroponic systems or whatever, the mechanics doing their thing. And yeah, I had high hopes. Like I say, there was lots of questions, and I said it in one of my other videos. There was a lot of questions that I was hoping we'd get some answers to, which we did, and we got more questions that hopefully we got some answers to. So as we know, Juliet Nichols, she went out, she didn't clean the lens, and people presumed she was dead. But obviously she didn't die, and she discovered the truth about how there was many of these silos, and she managed to get into one of the other silos, and this is where season 2 starts off. She meets a guy in there called Solo, and a lot of dead people on that as well. So yeah, we got loads more questions, and some things were answered, some things weren't. But whereas season 1 seemed to be things moved along at a good pace. The pacing was very good, and there was lots of interesting questions. Some we found the answers out to, some we didn't, but there was still this mystery, and just the people in general in the silo started asking questions, and different characters were popping up, all seemed to know different things and this and that. But I found this season, and there seems to be a theme now I've noticed, especially over the last 10 years, like when we had, just using something like Star Trek Next Generation or Stargate, you'd have loads of episodes, some standalone, some to be like an overriding arc, but you get the odd episode that was a bit dull or not very good, but generally more good than bad. They were enjoyable, and they sort of moved along at a good pace. And I just found in this season things went really slow, as well as there seemed to be a lot of information, like too much information, and then with Juliet in the sub silo, lots of stuff going on there, and then back in the original silo, a lot of stuff going on in there. And yeah, it's almost seemed to be. I mean, I've still got high hopes. I'm still invested, and I did quite like the final episode. How, as you can see on the screen here, not safe, do not come out, because she knows. Ultimately, things are kicking off in her original silo, and um, obviously she wants to save as many people as she can. The other thing I find nowadays as well with shows, not only do you not get as many episodes as you used to get, but like you have this thing where they have a lot of like time wasting, or like things go unanswered, or like enough time goes by that you forget certain things like that don't really go anywhere. My partner's been watching The Walking Dead. That's a perfect example where they're just stretching it out, where there's just lots of walking about and talking and irrelevant stuff. And I was watching it with her, but now and again, like something will happen, I'll take notice. But generally, you don't really need to take much notice. It's like sort of repeating, but with slightly different characters or whatever. And like Lost, I remember I started watching Lost, and that was the same. They just stretched it out so long. It was just so contrived, and after a couple of seasons, it was just like, oh, they're just milking this, they're just stretching it. Things aren't going anywhere. Nothing is really happening, and I totally lost interest and stopped watching that. And I really hope that season 3 they can up the ante a bit now. We had a lot of the answers to a lot of the questions we had, as well as more questions and more answers. We found out a lot of stuff. So hopefully, going forward, like I say, I don't know if they started filming season 3, but I do know it's coming, and I just hope that they're gonna, like I say, get the pacing right again and bring a bit more excitement back, and not do this thing where, because it's been quite a popular show, and I just hope you don't start adding stuff that weren't in the books. I know they have to change things, but yeah, I just hope they don't start adding filler and dragging things out and stretching it out, and I, for one, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what happens next. I just hope they don't go that route of, oh, well, season 1 was quite popular, season 2's been quite popular, well received. Let's see if we can, perhaps stretch 6 seasons out of it or something. I hope they don't do that. But overall, it was a good season. Rebecca Ferguson, I hope I'm saying her name right. I keep getting, yes, Sarah Rich. Rebecca Ferguson, that's the one, plays Juliet. Yeah, I think she's wonderful in that role. And Tim Robbins, I think he's great. Obviously, he's got a lot more. I think is it Simmons or the he's like right hand man, not the guy who made it his shadow, but the other guy. He actually said to the guy who was his shadow, um, you know, he's always 4 steps ahead. Uh, so obviously there's this thing where they said there's supposed to be 50 silos, but there's actually hinting at another one, and sort of wide underground, but they don't know exactly why they were put underground or whose idea was it or whatever. So that'll be something that I'll be looking forward to. But anyway, drop me a comment. What do you think? Have you been watching the show? Have you been enjoying it? If you haven't, give it a go. Please like, share, subscribe. That would be a really nice thing you could do to smile on my face and make my day just that little bit better. And have a good day. Thank you very much.